We did a little bit of the math saying it isn't just the carbon footprint that matters, it's also the number of feet, right? And so as we think about, are we going to live in a planet of 8 billion, 9 billion, 10? It will matter. Now, admittedly, a lot of that population growth will be in some of the poorest places of the world where the carbon emissions are far less than, let's say, ours in this room, for example. But nevertheless, a billion people, more or less, is a billion people, more or less. That's huge. And so we did find that when you think about the things that are really the positive levers for change that also affect reproductive trajectories in the futures, like educating girls, access to family planning, things that Lois and others have dedicated their lives to, was also intersected with climate solutions as well. In fact, when we put kind of women and girls solutions together, they became one of the most powerful things we can do. And it's not just on population, by the way. There's other things. So women disproportionately have a role in smallholder farming, also in collecting fuel wood and what's cooked at home, food waste, water decisions, things like this. So especially in other, and especially in the developing world. So I think there's a lot more there, but Lois and I have talked about this before, the communities that kind of think about climate change and the communities that think about kind of reproductive health and women's rights, we haven't learned to talk to each other quite yet. We need to kind of come together because we're often talking about very similar issues.